I'm Stephanie, and this is Snowdome of the Day. Today's Snowdome is from Cloister, Andechs, a monastery located not too far from Munich in Germany. It's a perfect place to visit after a long day at Oktoberfest. If you find yourself at this monastery, you might also find yourself eating delicious food, served cafeteria style, on a patio overlooking a beautiful field. If you're really lucky, you might be able to watch a farmer harvesting his crops. It'll be a beautiful day, and you'll be surrounded by nature in a comfortable setting. What is a cloister? It's an architectural building located in or near a monastery, designed so that the inhabitants have access to nature, but not as much access to people. This is not quite what happens at Cloister Andechs because their goal is to invite people to come enjoy their surroundings, but the design is the shape of a traditional cloister. This dome has a lot of really great snow in it because the dome itself is German. Kathy Rice is a friend of mine, a clergy colleague, who recently shared an article with me that reflected on the word cloister in this time of pandemic. The author suggested that we think of ourselves as being cloistered rather than quarantined. The author thought about the word cloister and the invitation that it gives us to reflect on nature, to reflect on God's call on our lives, the opportunity to think of the time away, not as a punishment, but as part of a faith journey. Cloisters and monasteries are designed on purpose to give people that opportunity for reflection, a time away. We haven't designed our world for cloistering, and yet if we think of ourselves as cloistering rather than being quarantined, I think we will find more opportunities for reflection, for being, for observing our surroundings. Sometimes it's hard. This very moment, there's a lot of heavy traffic going by, which is not as quiet and peaceful as the time I spent at Cloister Andechs. And yet, reframing our world as an opportunity to cloister rather than forced quarantine might change our perspective. Today, looking to a weekend, I invite you to consider how it is that our time might be spent being cloistered rather than quarantined, and how we can look to God's help to help us think about our call, to reflect on the world around us, and find an opportunity for growth.